Welcome again. Today, we'll be talking to an author, but not about her book. We'll just be talking about general mother matters. So, see you in a bit. Welcome to the Quip Corner, Miss Joanne.
Thank you. Good to be back.
It's definitely great to have you back. Just watching, the video, the last interview we had, and the comments that have been coming through, I'm definitely happy to have you back in the Quip Corner. Yes,
Good.
yes, yes. So a couple people may not have watched that video. So they're like, okay, but who is she?
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself to us quickly.
Okay. And last time I started out with I'm a grandmother, which that is my most exciting title. And I'm visiting my youngest son. We are 11 hours from our home. And we're near Kansas City, and we're visiting our 1-year-old grandson. So we're getting to visit with him, and they're expecting a baby in August. So they're going to have their hands full soon. But I love being a grandmother. I raised 2 boys. I was a school counselor, and then I was a got my license in counseling and worked as a licensed professional counselor after I retired from school counseling. And then present day, I work 2 days a week at Hope Ministries, which is a Christian counseling ministry that does not charge, and that's rare to find, but we operate on donations. So, if the people that have gone through and have been helped will then donate back to us. So, I think it's just amazing that we're able to do that. And it's been in operation over 20 years. So
nice.
Exciting, but I'm enjoying that.
Oh, that's beautiful. And great that you're able to visit. And congratulations on, your grandchild turn 1 and then another on the way. Congratulations.
Kind of a lot going on, but thank you.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
And this one's a girl, so
okay.
We're excited.
For sure, I can imagine. In my email invitation, I included 3 quips that I wanted you to choose one of, which we'll then discuss today. So which quip did you choose?
Okay, I wanted to talk about the last one about the helicopter parenting.
Okay, so
maybe I thought of parent, maybe that wasn't in there, but I thought of helicopter parenting. But how to raise children without smothering.
Okay, so that's Quip 77.
So I checked with my son. I said, "Did I smother you?" He said, "No, you did not."
Okay.
I read, and I thought about this today. I read Kevin Lehman's book, How to Make Kids Mind Without Losing Yours. When my little boy, who is now almost 38, when he was young, a child, I read that book, and I've read it several times. I thought about that, and I used that a lot, those ideas, and it's reality discipline. It's allowing, and that's just what I wanted to do, was allow my children to make choices as much as I could. Yeah. And if they're going to make mistakes, the best place is for them to make them before they get out into the world with their own families. Yeah. Make your choices and realize and learn with those consequences, when those consequences happen, and just, try to let them do that as much as you possibly can. Of course, within reason, there are going to be times when you're going to say, no, you're not doing that particular thing right there, nothing that's going to hurt them, or nothing illegal or anything, but I let them choose their career path, their friends, and I wanted them to be independent, to be self-sufficient, I think.
Yeah. So you know, a couple people will be like, what are they talking about? So why don't I read the quip out
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that'd be
we'll talk
great.
some more. So the quip says, quip 77, and it's in my second book, 101 quips and quotes that will strengthen and sweeten your marriage and family relationships. Quip 77 says, good mothers know how to mold their children without smothering them. So essentially, you know, you talked about helicopter parenting and things like that. So, you know, you talked about giving them the opportunity to make their own decisions. So how much did you let go and how much did you try to control as a mother?
And you know, that is hard, and that's parenting, mothering is just hard. We learn through trial and error. That's why I mentioned the book that I read. That's why I read the books, because my mother was 42 when I was born.
Okay.
And my mother was mentally ill and struggled with that. So I didn't learn a lot from her. I mean, she was kind to me, she supported me, she was there, but there were times when she was not available because she was depressed or in the hospital or whatever. But so I, as far as parenting, didn't know much when I started. That's why I was reading all the books, because even though I'd been through school learning about education, learning about how to teach children and how to counsel children and teenagers, I didn't know how to be a parent, how to be a mother, you know. But so I read a lot. But the practical points, especially people who had raised their own children and their advice, that's who I like to listen to, because they knew what they were talking about, you know. You know, just I think that's the way they learn, and you want them to learn while they're in the home. Is, you know, I was talking with my son today, one winter when he was in 5th grade, he wore a pair of shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt and now basketball shorts, so really thin. He wore a pair of basketball shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt to school every day, all winter.
Wow.
No jacket. And I later found out it was because the teacher kept the temperature in the room really warm. And so he was hot all day. But, you know, in the winter when everybody's wearing a jacket and, of course, long pants.
Yes, for sure.
He was still, you know, and he wanted to do it. And I just said, well, we'll just let you try it and see, you know. And so he did that. And I thought, well, the teachers probably think your mom is nuts, but nobody called DHS or anything. But, you know, I think we don't need to be strict on things that really don't matter. Choosing their career and making their choices about what they want to take in school, you know, and letting them make as many decisions, because that's what life is. There's a lot of decisions, you know, and letting them make all the decisions that you can, so they learn to do that and learn to accept the consequences of those decisions, of course.
Yeah, that's a big part, really. Learning to, you know, I think it's important for children to know that, yes, you might think you know it all and you want to make your own decisions, but just
they
be
all think that.
Yes, but just be ready for whatever those consequences are.
Yeah.
That's so.
Both of mine, you know, growing up, thought they knew more than we did, and then when they got about 25, they realized they maybe didn't, you know. Maybe we knew something.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Especially when the grandkids come along, you know.
There's then the appreciation that, oh yeah, mom and dad definitely knew what they were saying, right?
Yeah. And what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? You know. that experience. It's, you know, experience is important in any job,
Yeah.
but parenting especially, and grandparents have all at least been through it once, you know.
Yep. For sure. For
Got a
sure.
lot of years experience.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for sharing, you know, your thoughts on this quip and how you, I guess, I mean, you raised your children way back before this quip came through, but it's nice to see how relevant this quip is and how you can see the application in your life, you know, both as
Right.
a mother and even as a grandmother.
And I think it's important to just nobody has it all together. Nobody knows everything. You know, we need the Lord, and we need to be praying and trusting Him and reading and listening to everybody that has done it and done it successfully.
Yes,
You know,
indeed.
nobody knows it all.
Yeah.
There are really no experts in that
Yeah.
field. It's a
That's,
tough field too.
but with God's help,
A tough job.
yeah, which is why we need God's help for sure.
Right. And breaks. Lots of breaks.
Yes, yes. Thanks again for joining me in the Quip Corner and sharing your
Thank
perspective
you.
on that.
It was good to be here.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. What did you think about meeting Miss Joanne? I like the fact that she reminded us that her most important title is being a grandmother, and that is definitely an important title. For every grandparent, one thing it says is mostly you have raised children, right, who have their own children now. Well, until we see again in the Quip Corner, do take care of yourself. Bye now.